Hey guys, I'm just gonna do a quick stretch video. Many of us have talked about how much we need to stretch, so this will just be a general good for everyday stretch. I hope you have fun. So once we get into every pose, the best idea is to take about 20 seconds, or I like to take 5 deep inhales and exhales. So just start with a child's pose. Your big toes are together, your knees are super wide. See if you can get your hips all the way back on your heels, stretch your arms way out in front, and then wrap your triceps down underneath so you can kind of engage the muscles down the back a bit, then put forehead on the ground. All right, next we'll go into down dog. So push into your hands, your hips go up and back, and drive your heels as close as you can to the ground. So the wider your feet are, then the more space you kind of have for your hamstrings and calves. I personally get more of a calf stretch here than I do hamstring. But again, slide those armpits down the back. Keep the belly strong. Drive your heels toward the ground. Pedal one knee down. And other. And then wrap your left foot around your right. And then your right foot around your left. And then take your right foot and bring it forward outside your right hand. Drive your back leg back till you get a nice stretch in your hip flexor. If you prefer your leg to be a little more in, that's fine. You can also decide to pick your back knee up. Some days I'm different, just depending. But the goal here would be to get that hip flexor, the back leg. Actually kind of feel my inner thigh from the leg workout. All right, I think that's about 5 breaths. Walk your hands back so that the front leg is straight, and you want to try to drop your hips. So get your hips lined up. If you're not able to hinge forward, that's fine. You can maybe grab a bench or a chair or something to kind of support yourself on. If you're lucky enough to have yoga blocks, you could use those. Try your best not to get too much hunkering here in your upper back, but kind of try to reach the chest towards your toe. Pull that right hip back. So the goal here would be hamstring. Sometimes I have to remind myself to just relax. All right, walk your hands back forward. And then if you can, try to grab your back foot with really either hand is fine. I'm gonna go this direction, so right hand grabbing left foot. I also have a strap, you can use a towel, but if you have a handy dandy strap, you can use that as well. Loop around, and then pull here. Alright, and then we're going to switch into our pigeon. So pull that right foot over. Make sure that your hips our square. So a lot of times we end up hinging over to one side. So try to drop your pelvis straight toward the ground. If you can lower onto your forearms, great. You don't have to, of course. Every stretch, make sure whatever position you get into allows for you to relax into the stretch. So if it's super painful, you won't be able to release and relax to allow your body to stretch and get the benefit. All right, push back up onto your hands. Slide into that down dog. And we're going to do the other side. So now you'll bring your left leg forward. Find that position in the back leg. Get that hip flexor, whether it's knee on the ground or lifted. Now then let's hinge back. Get that hamstring in the front. Square off the hips. Pull the chest toward that toe. Kind of keep a little bit of contraction in your hamstring. No, quad on the left. Just to protect your knee. All right, hinge back forward. We're gonna get our quad on the other side. So if this doesn't happen, I didn't show you on the other side, but I would just bring that front leg down and then pull whichever leg you're stretching. You can go from the side, or you can try lying all the way on the ground and going this way. Then we'll hit that left side pigeon. So now your left leg is forward. Square that pelvis off. Find the position that you want. We're going to swing the back leg around. I'm going to keep my head the same direction. And you'll lie on back. We're going to start with our hamstring stretch. So you'll lift the leg as straight as you can. You want all the bend out of behind the knee. So if you have a strap, use it. You don't have to have an awesome strap either. You can use a towel, jump rope. Grab a friend, your kid. I guess we don't really have friends over right now. Your spouse, whatever. Have somebody push on that leg a bit. Try to keep that hip in the ground. Sometimes also I like the way that it feels if I kind of rotate my ankle in or out, setting that hip down into the socket. Okay, so if your left leg's in the strap, put your right arm out. Open the leg away from you. So it may come this far, that's fine. It may get all the way down, that's fine. Peekaboo. All right, make sure you're using the core. Bring the leg all the way back up. Switch your hands that are holding the strap. Keep the leg nice and straight. You'll extend that right leg onto the ground. Put your other arm out in a T and rotate to this side. Try your best to keep that scapula, that shoulder blade in the ground. Further you pull your toe up toward your shoulder, the more you'll feel it. Okay, back up. Okay, now we're going to cross that ankle over the opposite knee. So try to keep your hips nice and square here. This may be enough, just letting the knee drop out. You will get a little more hip flexor there, and we want to try to get into that left glute. So you're going to pull behind the right thigh, pulling the legs in, but push your pelvis and your shoulder blades into the ground and try to get that stretch in the left glute. I like to flex my feet. Release tension with every exhale. All right, all done on that side. We'll go to the right. Straighten the leg. You can use your hands. If you don't have a strap or don't want to use a strap. Strap is definitely helpful though, whenever you're going to the side. All right. We go out to the side. Put that opposite shoulder on the ground. My gosh, this leg is so much more flexible. At least inner thigh. Use the core, help bring the leg up. Extend your other leg down. Switch your hands. bring it back up. Remove your strap. Cross that opposite ankle over the knee. Pull from behind. Flex in deep. Oh, feels so good. Definitely feeling my glutes. Alright, take a second, pull both legs up. This is another place you can use that strap. Alright, let's come up to seated. Whew. Take your left leg underneath, pull it back behind, right leg as much as you can over the top, and then you're going to let your feeties come kind of wide away from your thighs, and then you walk forward. So you're going to feel that top glute stretch. Come up, switch your direction. Walk it forward. Y'all can type and work and nobody would know. You'd be stretching. Okay, grab a quick inner thigh, as wide as you can. Pull the toes up. Try to keep the bend out of the knees. Holy cow, 18 minutes. It's a long stretch session. Just speed it all up if you don't have the time. Or you can hit the lying down sequence and not the facing the mat sequence. Alright, quick stretch for upper body. Get your shoulders. If you have a towel, strap. Let's see, how do I want to do this? There you go, up, over and behind. Whew. Smokers. Gotta do that chest cavity more often. Sheesh. All right, now we're 5 years younger.